In addition to using histograms, you can use QQ plots to examine data distributions. QQ plots are looking at the quantiles of what is theoretically supposed to be there and what is actually there in the data. Right now, I'm going to be giving a demonstration of how you can create a QQ plot for a normal distribution and what that looks like in Python using Matplotlib. First, we need to import the data using pandas. We're going to use Matplotlib. We're going to use SciPy stats for our normal distribution, and we're going to use statsmodels.api to actually generate this plot. The last two things in the setup are to indicate how the plot is going to be generated. We're going to read in our data. This is our sunspot data for 1749 to 1750. This is where we get into the actual QQ plot generation. The first two lines are going to be generating the plot figure area. The second one is where the main plot section actually starts. This QQ plot is built into the statsmodel.api, which is why we're pulling it. We're telling it the data that we want. We're telling it the distribution to use, which is the normal distribution. Of course, we want to fit to that. This line is going to be on the quantiles, and our axis is this section right here. Next, we're setting the title. This section right here is getting rid of the top and right hand side bold lines that aren't necessary per the enclosure gestalt principle. This section is telling us how the individual data points are going to be displayed, specifically their color, and telling us that we don't want any edges. This section is indicating the quantile line. This is making the left and bottom sections of the chart slightly lighter color rather than the default black. The tick parameters are not necessary for this chart, so this section here is telling us that while we don't want the tick marks, we do want the numbers, and this is how we want those numbers to be formatted. This is our X label, this is our Y label, and you'll note that this is being set to the bottom and horizontally. That's for improved readability relative to the default of centered and on its side, which is not very easy to read on a chart. This is the final product. As you can see, it's a very nice and clean chart. It indicates that the sunspot data does follow a normal distribution, with the exception of one outlier right out here at about 2 theoretical quantiles and 4 sample quantiles. If you have any further questions, comments, or ideas, please leave those down in the comment section, and I look forward to chatting with you there. To the stars!